So why should you even care about Etched In? Let's take a break from the song and talk about the story, right? I made Etched In as a celebration to myself, as a pat on the back to myself, as an immigrant, and a college student, one of the few black men in my family to graduate from college. Etched In wasn't more so about making a song or a new single to come back into music, but it was about rewarding myself and kind of talking about everything I went through in that experience of college, As everybody who knows, college is not easy and so many people don't finish. And for a good minute, I was about to be one of them, I was dealing with a lot of personal issues and struggles and just everything from being in college while juggling multiple jobs, trying to pursue a creative career, trying to develop and create a business, running a radio station and mentoring other, college students and trying to give them some guidance and some structure and just some help. Doing all those different things, it was burning me out. And, financially as well, college isn't cheap. Even if you go to a CUNY, it still costs a little bit of bread. And juggling all those different things, I'm dealing with immigration issues. I'm dealing with just life, that coming of age stage in your early 20s when you're trying to figure out life and life is just lifing. And throughout all of that, there was a lot of different points where I really was planning to quit, or I was really planning to give up, drop out, and just focus on something else and try and find another route, another path. But, talking to my family, talking to my mom, my grandma, anybody knows, Caribbean parents, especially grandmothers, you can do a million things in the world. You could become, the new CEO of Disney or something like that. But without that bachelor's, my guy, I don't really want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? I could wake up tomorrow and have 3 plaques and a Grammy, but without that bachelor's, it's nah, you're not done. And I just remember having a conversation with her and she, I appreciate her. Shout out to my grandma. She's always been supportive of my career and stuff, but she was always like, I don't really care what you do. I trust you. I believe in you. But the one thing I need you to finish and do is get that degree. So for me, the bachelor's wasn't even about even myself completing it, although that was a big part of it. But it was keeping my word to her and just honoring her in that way, because I know that's something that's, close to her heart and very important to her. And it's just something that means a lot to my family as well, and my family, my mother, my grandma, they know firsthand just the struggles of college, the late hours, the nights, the weekends, classes, juggling all these different things and just being stressed 24/7 with, life hitting you from so many different angles, all while trying to be in class and memorize, some freaking Spanish homework or biology or chemistry or economics or finance or whatever the case may be, and then go make a song in the studio at 2 a.m. and then wake up the next day and do it again. And I did that for years. And I did that during COVID. I did it during times where, I was even struggling to figure out how I'm going to get through college. I'm going to get to class the next day, how I'm going to, make things work and make things make sense. And doing all that while still looking or trying to look, I guess, like I had it all together, had it all figured out, because I never did and I still don't, But when I got to the point of making Etched In, after finishing school, I had to take a step back and just put Spin City Chris down for a second and just focus on Chris. And for me, it was just getting back in touch with myself and just realizing yo, bro, we did it. We did it. The thing we were pushing through and figuring out and just getting so many setbacks and hurdles, trying to navigate it for years, we did it, bro. It's done. It's done. And having that talk with myself and just navigating that internally, Max sent me the beat and I'm just listening to it and it's almost I felt inspired by my past self, shout out to younger me, for just being resilient and tenacious and just committed. Even when he didn't feel like it made sense, even when he didn't feel like it was worth it, And that's kind of the emotions and just the perspective I came into the track with. And that's kind of how Etched In was born. It's not just about, rap or just trying to make a cool record or have a really cool beat or really cool flow, but it was taking that entire life story of just a major point in my life of just college, of just coming of age and putting it together in a record that really felt special to me, like not even a song, but more of a mantra, you know? Stamina, putting reps in, testing, gave it to the Lord, now the blessings etched in for the links, independence, checked in, opportunities came along and I pressed in. That's basically what I did throughout college, bro. Every day, every week, every month, every year, that's all I did. Just put in reps, try to figure things out, try different majors, try different career tracks, try different paths, so many internships and part-time jobs, just trying to figure out what the heck I want to do with my life, you know? And throughout that entire process, like, music and creativity just kept being the one thing that always stuck for me. It might have shown up in different ways or in different fields or different avenues, but it was always that. It was always storytelling, you know? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that, like, my story in of itself, a lot of people can relate to it. And I realized I need to be more honest with myself in my music and in my storytelling. That's what I wanted to do with Etched In. I wanted to come back with a record that wasn't just about, you know, swag or looking cool or just being the guy or whatever the hell. You know, it's more so about what I've really been dealing with and how I overcame it and what I learned from it and what it did to me, you know? Just gave it to the Lord, now the blessings etched in. When I say blessings, that can be good or bad, positive or negative, but all those experiences, all of it is etched into who I am. And that's kind of how the record came about, for real. So what can I say about Etched In? Like, it's more than a single. It's honesty, you know? It's me trying to put myself forward openly, as honestly as I can at this stage in my life, and just tell y'all how life's been going and give it to you in a message that hopefully, you know, y'all rock with, y'all understand, y'all relate to, and you can see yourself in. And if you do, appreciate you. And if you don't, that's cool too. You know, we're all living different lives, but this is just my story as an immigrant, as a young black man, as a Guyanese, you know, real GT. Yeah. So why should you listen to Etched In? Because everyone has something that took them way longer than they thought it would to finish. Something that turned out to be a lot more challenging and complex than they expected. Something that they might have even underestimated at one point in life, but it taught them a lot and it pulled a lot out of them. And it turned them into a person that they never thought they could be. And it showed them a side of themselves or a part of themselves that they never even thought or knew was there. That's what Etched In is about. And that's why you should listen to it. Yeah, that's it. Peace.